desire. Caffeine kicks me awake, I'm alive. Cars fuel the madness, gotta survive. Bourbon's what keeps the demons at bay. Voodoo chef spell we obey. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. He's got the cure for whatever's hurting. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. Life's a feast in the chaos for certain. No recipe, no rules, wild and free. Kitchen's a battlefield, chaos decree. Taste the sin in everybody's right. Voodoo chef conjures up the night. Grease-soaked dreams fill the midnight air. Every bite daring double dare. Fingers coated, hearts corroded. Appetite for life, nothing sugar-coated. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. He's got the cure for whatever's hurting. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. Life's a feast in the chaos for certain.
It's season 3 of VooDoo Underground, and once again, we've taken over the kitchen at the Hillsborough Culinary Academies of Irwin Technical College. We have 8 teams, each using VooDoo Chef sauces and seasonings to create their own unique burgers. They're going to send them to a group of judges to find out who is worthy of taking home the title of VooDoo Underground winner 2025. So let's VooDoo. What is going on, Voodies? Please forgive whatever this is going on. It's been a rough week. A lot going on, a lot to talk about. And got good news, I could actually see. I don't know about the glare, but I got to be honest, I don't care. I can see. So if you don't like them, tough. But you should like them because they cover half my face, right? Man, great big weekend, and we're going to get to it all. We're gonna take care of business out of the gate today because we've got a big show. Like I said, a lot to get to. But before we do, always upcoming events. VooDoo Chef Golf. Log on to VooDooChefGolf.com. Book your foursome. There's only a handful of spots left. VooDoo Chef Golf, like none other. It's not your granddaddy's golf tournament. You're not going to go out there and swing clubs, and it's all you jocks out there. That's not what we're doing either. You might have heard the expression, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. It's kind of like our golf tournament. You might go to a party and there might be some golf taking place. Who knows? November 1st, VooDooChefGolf.com. Log in, book your foursome, the Heckle Hole. Who's going to be at the Heckle Hole? I'll tell you, tonight's guest, Pat Donovan. Big show tonight. Share it out now. Share. Tell everybody where you're hanging out. Pat Donovan from iHeartRadio Sports Animals is going to be on. We're going to be talking about Bucks football. We're going to be talking about all the shenanigans that are going on. A lot of shenanigans in that game last night, but we're going to hold that. We're going to talk about where he was with me Friday night. He was with me Saturday. He's with me Monday. Man, people might start talking. I don't know. Don't go anywhere. We're handling business. And when we come back, right here with Pat Donovan. It's VooDoo Underground Season 3, and once again, we've taken over the kitchens here at the Hillsborough Culinary Academies of Irwin Technical College. We have 8 teams making 20 burgers in 10 minutes. They're going to send them to the judges, and we're going to find out who's worthy of taking home the title of 2025 VooDoo Underground winner. So if you're ready, let's VooDoo. All right, I don't know where the commercials are, so fuck the commercials. Here we go. We're getting started, bringing the family, and everybody's looking at me like, dude, why is today any different? Pat, what's going on? Big Eddie C. Big Eddie C's already in bed. What's up?
Yeah, man. The upside of having the wife out of town in Italy is I can do this from my bed, which is good because, man, common refrain, my back is fucked up.
You know, I think we might have some rare footage of where that injury took place, Eddie C. Can you confirm or deny
You know
this?
what? You might as well make a Caesar salad macaron because, man, that was fun, Ed. That was fun.
I think that might have been where it happened, Ed.
No. Nope. I can deny. Not
I don't know why that's even still here, but it is.
Because it entertains y'all for reasons I cannot quite ascertain. Shit.
I agree.
The little things in life.
Right? Gotta have them. You gotta have them. Speaking of little things, man, we had a lot of little things this past weekend at a little event called the Pig Jig. And we're going to be talking about that in a bit. We ate more food than anybody ever probably should.
Oh.
And, man, we got Don Hill in early. Don Hill heard that we do Florida Man early, so he jumped in early. Start getting ready because we got a lot to go tonight. We've got the Florida Man. We've got the top three. We've got trivia. We've got Pat Donovan. It's a tight show tonight, but that's okay. Rumor has it that's might be why people come and hang out. I don't know. It's been a lot this week. I wanted to go through some of the pictures from Pig Jig, but we can't just go straight to Pig Jig because it all started on Friday night. Big Eddie C, you showed up.
It did.
We were at ticket drop off, and we went down to a place called Ocho Trece, and we just had a great time down at Ocho Trece. That's not them. But we're going to get them up on the screen here. Ocho Trece, of course, it's going to be your newest favorite restaurant in Tampa Bay in no time. And just a real cool place. We've got Manuel and Miguel who own it. And we decided it's a pain in the ass having all the judges pick their tickets up on the day of the event. So we said, hey, let's just go down to Ocho Trece and hang out and let the judges pick their tickets up there. And so the night before Pig Jig, hindsight might have been a mistake because we were out pretty late. We went down to Ocho Trece to have the ticket pick up, and we got some of those pictures here today for you. So, Big Eddie C, what did you think of Ocho Trece and the layout there?
I liked it. It was a fantastic little spot there, man. Well appointed, just big enough to keep the punters happy. Nice little like V-shaped bar there. It was very cool. And
of course, all of our friends were out there, and by that I mean Tequila 512, Co-Aqua, Blue Note Bourbon. They were all in attendance, and the guys made some sangria as well. So night kicked off, of course, first one in the door, Jeff Philbin. And again, this was ticket pickup. So these guys were coming down to grab their tickets so that they could participate in Pig Jig. There's Jeff, Spider, and myself. Here's all our friends that came out. I forgot Spring 44 made an appearance as well. And Tito's. Wow. Everybody was on site. Maybe I was hanging out with them too much, and that's why I don't remember. And Pat Donovan came out, and he brought his lovely wife down, and they came to pick up their tickets. And lo and behold, Manuel is a huge goon. And if you don't know what that is, a goon is someone who listens to Pat and Aaron's radio show. And that was really exciting to watch them connect in a different light. Ed, tell me about this thing right here.
Burger was fantastic, man. Perfectly done patty, man. Good quality. Plenty of cheese on there. It was fantastic, man.
I mean, looking at this patty, that's got to be at least an 8-ounce patty. And the toast on that brioche, look, I mean, you're looking at the toast right here all the way around. Nice, beautiful toast down here as well. So it's going to support that burger. And just, I mean, I don't know what was on it. I assume the house pickles were on there because they rave about those. But this just looks like simple and classic. Am I wrong?
No, that was dead on. Everything about it was well balanced. I sometimes forget how important the bun is in the whole deal because it's kind of hard to hit that sweet spot between like soft, kind of a little bit of pillow, and then enough toast to where the burger, if it's juicy, doesn't just totally, beat the shit out of it, man. I mean,
Right.
because if that bun ain't balanced, okay, that's gonna be fucking messier than Mick Foley and Undertaker in the cage, man. They're just gonna be blood and shit and violence, and it's no bueno. But that thing,
Mhm.
it kept the burger in check, and
And
that was a good thing.
and I got to tell you, here's how I know the burger was good. A lot of food came out that night, and we're going to see some of the photos. And I tasted all of it except for the burgers. Ed ate the whole burger, didn't even talk about it to me. Spider ate the whole burger, didn't even talk to me about it. And I'm like, now I know why, because it was so damn good.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
tasty.
I will tell you this: Ocho Tres on Thursdays does have 2-for-1 burger and fries. I mean, doesn't matter where you go, that's a deal you can't beat. 2-for-1 burger and fry, and this burger just looks insane.
So the one thing you there, Eric,
What's that?
I'm watching their link here on the Instagram. Looks like they cure their own bacon in house as well.
Oh, they do. They absolutely.
I'm watching this video as we're talking. They got a little sauce going on here, some thinly sliced red onions, the pickles, but
And
house cured bacon.
you tasted that bacon the other day at the school, Pat.
I did, yes.
I wasn't there that day
Yep.
either,
Yep.
but you know,
Yeah, I just watched them
I
make
heard
this
it was pretty good too.
Makes me want to go.
Well, we might be going this Thursday, so don't get a little. Like I said, Kawak 1 Tequila 512 are there, and I got to tell you, this is a couple made in heaven right here. Let's see what else we got here. This is their Sam. It's kind of they do a char siu spring roll, egg roll, pickled onions on top. Really good. Billy Floyd came out and did his season opener from the event. So the Kitchen Killers podcast was live, and there's Manuel, the owner. Here's some of the guys. You look at what's Poppy doing here. He almost looks, number one, like a cardboard cutout. Number two, like a straight up fucking serial killer there, bro.
Yeah, he's got an Ed Gein look to him. He sure does.
This is AJ right here. He's the owner of AJ Kitchen Drawers with his lovely wife, Natalia, Poppy and his wife, Janessa, Tyler Cisco Brown, and his lady, as he calls her. And back here on the end is the chef of Cigar City Brewing, Mike Bradley, also the original drummer from Drumwalla. Dishwalla, sorry, because they were all dishwashers. Wonderful night. There's got to be more food here. Look at that Cuban sandwich.
Ooh,
Ed, did you taste this?
I did not.
I got to tell you, I thought the pork on this was phenomenal. Normally, I would not be the guy who's down with the way they have that ham, like layered like a stack of cards. But for what they're doing, and the taste and the flavor and the way they elevated it with such simple techniques like the way they layered their meats, like how they house make their pickles. Most importantly, they're serving a 2-finger Cubanito, but you look at the crispness of that press and then the precision of the cut with a beautifully sharp knife. This one bite, which was really 3 bites, this was for me the bite of the night. I thought it was done well, and normally I'd be bitching about it because there's no salami, but it was just done so perfectly well that I couldn't not give it the props. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Poppy with his chips, Poppy's own. We're going to be talking about those in a couple weeks. Of course, I got to play with Billy. That's the whole reason we did this. There's Billy Floyd. There's Miguel. I was hoping to get to the oxtail croquettes. Ed, talk about the oxtail croquettes.
Oh man, I had one. It was fantastic, man. It was. I want to say maybe it was Spider shit. I don't fucking remember. Somebody said, dude, it was like a little tiny piece of fried beef stroganoff. God, it was delicious, man. That meat, the bechamel, the crust on the outside, and that black garlic aioli on top. Oh my God. Oh, that shit was busting, man. It was delicious.
So Billy Floyd called Spider up to taste it on the podcast, and Spider just pops the whole thing in his mouth and eats it. And Billy Floyd just starts laughing. He goes, "Spider, you ate that in 4 seconds. According to the chef, it took 4 days to make." And and the process they go through, it does take 4 days, which is hysterical. And but you need to pop it all in your mouth at once, because if not, that bechamel is going to run all over you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is an amazing one bite. We got Jose Charuca and Michelle Hess checking in. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining us tonight. Right now, we're talking about ticket pickup for Pig Jig at Ocho Tres. And in a couple seconds, we're going to get right into Pig Jig, where we had a great weekend. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's jump right into Pig Jig, because if we don't, we're going to be back time on absolutely everything we do. But why should today be any different? All right, so let's take a look at this right here. I called this. I get asked all the time, what do you look for when you're looking at a box? Well, first thing we look at is the box itself. This is just a random box. It did not have anything to do with where the scoring was. But what I liked about this was the candy on the rib, how the ribs are cut clean. They're lined up clean. There's no red on the green. There's no red on the lid. I think this is a super clean box. And without going way over the top, which you're really not supposed to do, you should only have the green and the meat in the box. This would be a nicely presented box.
You mean like a little radish rosette doesn't move the needle for you in presentation?
It's technically not supposed to be there. Like the little flowers that came in one of the boxes, albeit when Mickey Sudo's son, had the flowers in his hair and looking like, the quintessential hippie kid, it was the best thing ever, but they're not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Now,
I think that was the highlight of the box accoutrements right there, was him doing like he was on Gilligan's Island or something.
Big shout out to Max Sherrard checking in. What's going on, my friend? All right, so here's a box, and I blocked out the number because it doesn't matter who it was, that I would not give such a high presentation score. I don't care for how the ribs are stacked. They're hiding each other. But more importantly, just the red on the box, because they were stacked, is taken away from that. The box should be crisp, clean, no Mars, no anything. And when we're looking at this, that's what I'm thinking of. So, again, nice, crisp, clean lines, clean cuts, clean box, little simple things that could change to take the box down in points. All right, so I don't know who ate what, who tasted what, but I do have the scores, the top 3 in each category. So I think they're in order. We're going to find out. They're not in order, so I got to go backwards. So here we go. Here's your number 3 bourbon. Best use of bourbon, number 3. Again, presentation, I might not have scored this too high. Pat, do you remember by any chance if you ate this? Ed, did you eat this?
I
No.
think I might have. I know I had a rib for best use of bourbon.
I did
I'm
not.
trying to look at the box. This might be. So it looks like that little lemon up there. That kind of rings a bell.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. After a couple hours of doing it, all the boxes start to look the same, right?
And
But
what Pat means by a couple hours is 5 hours, because
Right.
you get a new box of barbecue every 10 minutes for 5 hours. Big shout out to Kendra Mastrone checking in. She also was one of our judges, as Michelle Hess was on our judge team as well.
Right.
So this was your 3rd place best use of bourbon. Now, remember, it's best use of bourbon, so we're looking for something different. We still have the appearance, the taste, texture, and eatability, but now we're talking about application. Was the bourbon prevalent in the dish? And we're not going to hold too long on these. This did not have any bearing on the overall score. Here was your number 2 best use of bourbon, team number 62. And I know people are going to start saying, who made that? Who made that? Team number 62. I just fucking said it. because I'm the only one privy to the team actual name. Someone has to be aware to make sure that we're getting the right teams and the right team is assigned the right number. Nobody in the judges booth is aware of who they're tasting. So it's a double blind turn-in. And then here we go. Here's the number one best use of bourbon. And I remember this box walking in. A bone marrow creme brulee old fashioned. So they made a creme brulee in the vein of an old fashioned and served it inside the bones. And best use of bourbon, not best barbecue. It did have a very profound bourbon flavor, but not so much the bone marrow flavor. I might have taken that off the description simply because you did not have that profound bone marrow flavor, but very innovative, very unique. Definitely the best use of bourbon winner.
I did.
I don't
see
believe
that.
either one of you tasted that. Am I right?
No, I didn't even see that one.
I didn't. I saw it go by, and I guess I got busy doing something else, which by that I meant trying to pillage something else. I don't know. But it was, I didn't even know what to make of it. It was just so damn genius, but I don't know. It's kind of like most of my life, state of bewilderment. So
I resemble that remark. All right. So, what was that? Best use of bourbon. All right. Here we go. Wild card. We're going to fly through these. Wild card number 3. I can't. What is that? Montana Dream. Elk tenderloin poppers.
That sounds good.
Sounds good. Appearance, not something that's going to make me go crazy. I do remember tasting this dish. If you want my honest opinion, I think just the fact that they wrote elk on there is what put it over the top. Good tasting dish, but nothing that made me go, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, a Wagyu sausage corn dog. I think these look like they're done very, very well.
Right.
I did taste this dish as well. Unfortunately, I tasted it about 35 minutes after it was delivered. So I did not get full effect, but this is your number 2 wild card. And your number 1 wild card, the Reuben rib. I don't know if you could see this. This is a full-on beef rib that has been cooked in the vein of a Reuben, pastrami'd, served with sauerkraut, rye bread down there, and then you got your Thousand Island dressing. Great presentation. The cook on this, I don't think could have been much better. The cook on this was spot on. And I think what is best about this dish here, later after the event was over, I found out that the owners of this company had recently found out that their daughter had come down with the kidney disease that we were raising money to help support. So it just brought it all home that they were able to take home a first place win in something. And I thought that was way cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to ribs. If any of you guys ate these, let me know. Box number 35, just a super clean box. I love how the pull is the same on every rib. If you look at that, which goes to their cooking. Again, I don't taste every box, so I'm not certain how these tasted, how they scored in that vein. I could go look them up, but I more so just wanted to show you 3, 2, 1. This rib must have tasted amazing because they got way too much green and their presentation is not over the top. And then our number 1 rib, again, a dry rub rib. This had to be off the chart. Had to be off the chart because this is not a presentation winner here.
I think Pat had that one, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing that one at that table. I'm pretty sure. I think that was a double boned.
Yeah.
Right. I remember seeing that at that table next to me.
I'll have to ask him if he tasted that. All right, let's move to butt because this is where we start getting good. Look at this box here, man.
Ooh.
You got pulled, you got some bark up here, and you got your money muscle. That's a box that excites me just looking at it. I don't think we could ask for much more out of a box. Unless we got this box, right? Now we got the money. We've got some pooled. Looks like we got some tubes there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the number one box overall, team number one.
Wow.
Look at this bark right here.
Dinky dinky.
Yeah.
I want to. Oh, I was going to say I want to know what runner had this bracelet on, because it's in every photo. They got all the good boxes. I forgot we have a photographer that takes all the pictures. Yeah, that just shows how smart I am. All right, let's go to brisket, the final category. Look at these burn ends here. Look at the cook on this brisket.
Yep.
If you were at this table with number 47, fuck you for not calling me over. Right? Normally, I would not be excited about this presentation because of all the accoutrement, because it's not laid out right. But there's something about this that just makes me want to eat this brisket. And obviously it did something because it was number 2. Number 1 brisket, here we go. Box number 64. You got a little bit of burn in, a little bit of brisket. But now let's bring this bad boy home. Let's look at the overall first place team. And we're going to start with their first place wild card entry, the Wagyu sausage. First place rib, the first place overall team rib. Look at this. This might even be the box that I used as the example of a good-looking box. First place team's butt. Now, this is the overall, of course. So for overall, you add up all the categories to get the highest score. And here's their brisket. Oh, my.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
These guys can come cook for me any weekend. Look at this. That just looks perfectly rendered, still moist. Look at that.
That's good
God.
looking.
Right? I mean, I'd ask that brisket to prom.
Oh.
I do got to tell you, we tasted a lot of food, a lot of barbecue. In my opinion, the overall best bite of the day, all day, definitely had to be the pastrami rib. Again, the thought behind what they did, smart. The execution behind what they did, perfect. You have all the components.
Got some sauerkraut in it or two.
Yeah. And most importantly, the cook, the flavor, and the texture, insane. Just a perfectly well-crafted box and cooked to perfection. And we'll talk to Pat Donovan about this a little as well. I was talking to Knick-Knack Pat, and I was like, did you get to taste it? And he goes, no, it was all gone. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's because Pat Donovan fucking ate it all while we were standing there.
I heard good things. I went to grab some there. There wasn't any left.
Big shout out to all the guys, the Hope Will Foundation. Those are the guys that are in charge of Pig Jig. It's run by Event Fest. I'm fortunate enough to be the judging chair for the past 11 years. Fortunate to have a lot of my great friends that want to come out and eat barbecue and score it with us. And just an incredible day. Most importantly, they raised millions of dollars. As of October 1st, that's the last update I got. They raised $2.5 million to go to research to help find a cure for the kidney disease, NephCure. So that's what we're doing it for. Big shout out to everybody involved. Great day. Great day. When we come back, I think everybody knows what time it is. Whiskey lovers know how critical temperature variations are to aging whiskey. Blue Note Bourbon is crafted in Memphis, Tennessee, where it is aged in their warehouses located just east of the Mississippi River. And based on its fruity vanilla flavor with smooth oak finish, the unique microclimate of the region with high humidity and steady temperature adds up to create the perfect place for aging. Head down to the crossroads and jump into a juke joint and enjoy every bluesy note of the official bourbon of the VooDoo Chef, Blue Note Bourbon.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they seek.
What's going on, Voodies? You know, I love macarons. And Shay Sweets, my girl Shay Daniels, makes the absolute best. I want you to check out this drop-off today. Red, white, and blue. Not only all-American, but oh my God, this one is called Nostalgia. That is a bomb pop. An old school bomb pop right off the ice cream truck. You've got the colors, you've got the flavors. You've got red, white, and blue. You've got lime, you've got cherry, and you've got blue raspberry. In my opinion, these are the best. Oh my God, that's nostalgia. Get you some Shay Sweets.
In my opinion, we're down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait. There's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene. Contestants line up, chance to win some cash, but it ain't no ordinary quiz. This ain't no flash. News headlines flashing on the big screen, guessing true or false, fighting for the dream. Florida Man, yeah, he's headlining the show. True or false, y'all, which way will you go? Florida Man, he's got tales beyond belief. Try to guess, but there's no relief, no relief, no relief.
All right, you know how it worked. Big Eddie C is going to read us 3 possible Florida Man stories. We have to determine if they are true Florida Man stories that happened here in Florida or if they happened somewhere else. Big Eddie C, I'm turning over to you right away. And, of course, Florida Man, brought to you by Florida Man Beer from Cigar City, unofficially the official sponsor of Florida Man.
The beer's so good, I couldn't fucking wait till my own segment to drink it. That's why there's nothing left. I can't help myself, and I don't want to. Okay, first story. Florida Man. Did it happen in Florida, or did it happen somewhere else? Number 1, Florida Man rescued after getting stuck in toilet.
That's unique because you said in, not on.
Yes, so
Yeah.
what happened was his friend dropped his phone in a public toilet, and he went in after it and got stuck in up to his waist and had to be rescued, by which he was injured because they had to break the fucking toilet to get him out.
We've got Michelle Hess already checking in with Florida. And it's funny because I right away am saying not Florida. This is California Man. Florida Man, you know, we're on those burner phones and fucking cheap shit. We're like, fuck it, I'll get a new one. So I'm going not Florida. Nick Nack.
I was thinking, I'm going not Florida too. This stuff doesn't seem crazy enough.
Pat's playing for the winner tie here. He's got strategy. He's got strategy tonight.
Teachery? Yeah.
All right,
So-
Big Eddie say Sean Fleener, Florida. 2 Floridas, 3 not Floridas.
Well, the Florida people were unfortunately wrong. You over there had it. This actually happened in California, but it was a Norwegian man while he was on vacation.
So I get bonus points for that?
I think so. I mean, because you nailed the state. I mean, but it took I got to start looking for shit on European Man, because that's some serious dumb dickery right there. Who the fuck is going to jump in feet first in a fucking public, like a porta potty? That's Florida Man does some dumb shit. But even the most fucked up Florida men, they ain't jumping in no porta potty.
I got to tell you, I wasn't picturing a porta potty. I was picturing a regular restroom. And I'm like, how the fuck do you get waist deep? Now, had you said Florida, had you said porta potty, I might just have said Florida man. Yeah, we got Clint Carroll checking in saying not Florida. Clint, what's going on, buddy? Been a hot minute. Of course, Clint, our good buddy who does production, may or may not do some work with WWE. Checking in. What's going on, buddy? All right. That's a crazy story. I didn't even think of a porta potty. Wow.
Yeah, that is whack.
It's absolutely fucking disgusting.
Believe me, I've seen some of those cats using the porta potties. Ain't no fucking way. You drop your phone in there, homie. I love you, but no. You better walk your ass on down to your local cell phone provider and get you a payment plan. That's right. So story number 2 kind of loosely relates to a porta potty. Florida man breaks Del Taco window after he's denied tacos at closing time.
Definitely false. Definitely not Florida. Definitely not Florida. So guy breaks the Del Taco window. Florida, not Florida. Let us know what you think. I'm going not Florida. Pat?
I'm going to go Florida on this one.
Right.
Somewhere down south, though.
You see, I don't know of a Del Taco in Florida. Just saying.
I'm hoping there is. So.
We got 2 more not Florida.
Down south.
3 not Floridas coming in. We got 3 not Floridas, and wonder if Clint's still out there. We'll see what he has to say. I'm just waiting for the day when Clint says WWE, man. That would be even more funny. All right, Big Eddie C, we're flying today because we can't go late because, our boy, our guest tonight, I'm telling you, 3 big booms that are made with this open carry now, making me question, what the fuck was that?
No shit. All right. So I hate to say it, but the fucking millennial down there must have done his homework. This really did happen in Florida. I was hesitant to deviate from the headline, but there are some tacos, I believe, in Sarasota, Fort Myers, and that's where this happened. I figured it might throw everybody off thinking, oh, that shit's out west, because I used to go to Vegas and I would eat a Del Taco, In-N-Out, and Jack in the Box. And I pretty much regretted it because I was like, nah, this ain't all that in a bag of Ruffles, you know. It was like the time I went to fucking Hardee's for something and you were like, haha, you went to Red Burrito.
I eat at Hardee's.
Yeah, it's going to say, not even one anywhere nearby. But there is a Bojangles opening soon in Pinellas Park, just saying.
Clint's like me. He didn't know there was a Del Taco in Florida, but apparently there is. There's number 5, man. I'm wondering if they're doing fireworks over at the local high school.
Well, no. That's a things that make you go, Okay, so number 3.
All right, number 3, Florida man story. We're moving now.
The headline. Did it happen here? Or did it happen somewhere else? Knife-wielding Florida man with the last name Cocaine arrested after allegedly attacking Subway employees with bad attitudes.
Wow.
I swear it's not AI. It's real.
But I got to tell you, wouldn't that be every restaurant?
With bad attitudes? Yeah.
We got Fleener coming in, Clint coming in. Definitely Florida. Don Hill's saying not Florida. I'm going not Florida. Pat, you're playing for the tie or win here.
I'm going to play for the win. I'm going to go Florida. So again, somewhere down south, Miami or Polk County, one of the 2. Probably Miami.
Knife wielding people.
That's what made me think Polk County a little bit, but the last name Cocaine, maybe Miami. Thinking, family got a little inspiration.
Yeah.
It's like old days, What's your name? Bob Carpenter. What do you do? I'm a fucking carpenter.
Right.
Which leads me to believe maybe you're right with the South Tampa or the South Florida.
South Florida, right? I mean, it's making sense here.
Or South Tampa.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Believe me, we got some characters here because if you consider South Tampa anything south of Kennedy, you get down to the SOG, and let me tell you, there's some characters out that way.
Yeah, but that's no longer. STDs don't live on the other side of Gandhi. Those are the Sogs. You're right.
Yeah.
So you're an STD, Big Eddie. See, maybe the bad guys are the Sogs.
Nah.
Could we make a movie, the STDs versus Sogs?
Yeah, let's see if Netflix will give us an advance on that.
Well, shit, I've seen some of the shit they put out. They probably would.
Oh, there's some fucking I don't know.
They're running Lifetime movies now.
I went past one of those fucking channels. I think it was AMC, and there was Clown in a Cornfield. I was just like, nope.
But I can't wait. Tomorrow night I'm going to see Scream. Thursday night I'm going to see Clue, and of course Friday night is this Friday? No, Friday night's Angelina's birthday eve. So who knows what we'll be doing there? But we got scary movies lined up all week. Speaking of scary movies, Ed, is this Florida Man or is this not Florida Man?
So this one was legitimately in Florida. It happened down in Port Charlotte, and the guy's real name was Robert Cocaine. So Bob Cocaine.
Gotta love that, Pat. You're batting 1,000.
And apparently he'd been in trouble with the law previously, and it causes every time they said the judge couldn't resist making some comments. Can't imagine why.
Right. Hey, that's how we do it, and of course that's who we are. We're Florida men.
Down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait, there's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate saint.
Unofficially, officially sponsored by Florida Man Beer from CCB. We're not playing around. Big Eddie C's already killed that heavy. That's a 9. If you are unaware, we have suffered a tragic loss this past week with the passing of Ace Frehley, guitar player from Kiss.
Yeah.
This post, I have 2 posters. I've only ever had 2 posters. I wasn't that guy, but this poster hung in my room as a kid because Ace Frehley was just that amazing. And the only other poster was the 1976 Kiss with the little revolutionary band type thing that I still have. But Ace Frehley passing, just devastating to the rock and roll community. Still had a lot of years left in him music-wise. He was putting out new music all the way up to his death. And my man!
There is.
Right? It's like the phone call every morning at 7 o'clock that we get. Every day, every Tuesday. You got to love that. Look at that right there. That's the best ever. I hope those were good night prayers you were doing right there.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so tonight's top 3.
We
Top
got
3.
Bill passed out down here. He's useless as shit all day. Look at him.
All right, here we go. Top 3 Ace Frehley songs. Big Eddie C, this is where the millennial shows his colors again.
No.
There we go. I'm just gonna go put myself on mute here and go get us more iced tea.
Oh man,
I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at.
You know, the weather change is awesome and it's beautiful out here, but it's still
Top 3 John Hughes movies. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul.
Where, Ed? I don't see that. What are you talking about? It's a fluid document. I could be this guy.
Oh boy.
All right, top 3 Ace Frehley songs. Here we go. Patrick, we're going to throw you a softball and see how you do picking first. Tell the truth. How many Ace Frehley songs up here do you know?
Next to none. If I hear them, I might know them, but I don't know them by name. I mean, you and I talked a little bit right before we came on, right? So I know what not to say first, thankfully, at least. So, yeah, at least I had a little bit of a time here for a heads up. So I was able to do a little bit of research here. Just trying to see which ones of these are close to the list that I was looking at, and still not seeing a whole lot, which is great. Let's get rid of Into the Night.
Into the Night, the second release when Ace Frehley went solo, and as hard as Pat tried, he still struck a nerve with Ed. Into the Night, just a great song. And again, I think that was his second release after going solo from Kiss. Frehley's comment, great song, man. And of course, I wish I could find a copy of the guitar he played back then, because it was just super cool. It looked like a lightning bolt, and his signature. So, Big Eddie C, we're coming to you, buddy.
Shit. Hate when you do this to me.
Because they're all great songs.
Well, yeah, and the one I've got to lean toward throwing out because I didn't know it was him is Hide Your Heart.
So there's your writing credits on that.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean it's a cool tune, but I had no idea. So
well,
gotta go.
I got to tell you, I can't be upset that you picked it, because it's probably my least favorite Kiss song that's in rotation at concerts, and I like Ace's version even less. So had you not picked it, definitely would have been on my list to go away. And now, I mean, now we're already down to the nitty gritty, because in my opinion, even the covers up here, like Do Ya and Fox on the Run, these are songs that, even though they're covers, he does so well.
Oh yeah.
So well. I think I'm going to get rid of Rockin' with the Boys. It came off his Brooklyn album, which to me was a little lackluster for what he's been putting out. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Rockin' with the Boys. Brings us back to you there, Pat.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get rid of Cold Gin. Or not. We don't have to. We don't have to.
No. Dude, I just wanted to see Ed's face.
If you don't know,
I heard the heavy sigh. I heard the heavy sigh over there. So it's all right. Never mind.
Cold Gin off the list.
Halloween.
Cold Gin off the list. And Don Hill saying "Shock Me." Big Eddie C, how does that make you feel?
No, I'm gonna have to do the fucking block like on The Voice, with like when Reba blocks Snoop Dogg or something. Fuck no, not Cold Gin, man. That's shit. I mean, we saw them at least once where they opened with that.
All right, we'll put it back. Pat, you got blocked.
That's okay.
Give us a number two.
Fine with that. In that case, we got Snowblind.
Off his solo album, Snowblind coming off the list. One of the lesser like songs, but Ace Frehley's solo album. If you did not know, all four members put out a solo album at the same time. And had you asked me back then what would be the number one selling, I probably would have said Paul Stanley's. But Ace Frehley does have the number one selling solo album from the four members. All right, Big Eddie C, now we're to you.
I got to throw out Do Ya.
Wow. Do you want my love? An ELO
just because
cover.
There's too much else that's on there. And I mean, it's fine, but I wasn't like a huge fan of the original ELO one. So that's just me.
You know what? I'm going to follow suit right behind you and get rid of Fox on the Run. Again, a great song, but a cover. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And Pat, that brings us back to you. Eddie C, so you know you have no more blocks. But I do.
This is Calvin Ball. You make that rules if we go.
Anybody in the chat room, if you are aware of Ace Frehley music and you'd like to make a comment, please make a comment. How about this? What are your favorite songs of Ace Frehley? Put those in the chat bar, and maybe that could help us as we go along the way. You guys in the chat room, tell us what your favorite songs are, and we'll keep chipping away. Pat?
So Don Hill actually put the one that I was about to say to take off next. Cherry Medicine.
if there weren't more songs on here and this wasn't so new, Ed, are you familiar with Cherry Medicine?
No, not gonna lie.
I gotta tell you, this is a fucking jamming song.
See, now
And
I gotta go listen to it.
I think the only reason I'm not going to jump into saying we're going to block that there is because he had a co-writer on that album. But the co-writer did such a great job of capturing the Ace Frehley sound. Cherry Medicine is a great song, old school double entendre. Just for me, it's an amazing song. Would not have come off. But again, I wouldn't have taken it off now, maybe a little bit later. Back to you, Big Eddie C.
The problem is now it's like the only things I could sustainably throw out is the ones I don't know. That's the problem. And
that's my problem all the time.
You know, because I have, yeah, obviously. But I know most of these, so I got to throw out one I'm not familiar with because it had to be a little bit more of a deep cut. So I'm going to say Speeding Back to My Baby.
Speeding Back to My Baby off of the Ace Frehley Soul album. I think it was the number 2 release. Just an absolutely amazing song, Eddie C. You're definitely going to have to check that out. I'm going to 10,000 Volts, title track of one of his albums that just was a later album and not that strong. We've got Don Hill saying, make sure that we keep Rip It Out and we keep Parasite. Rip It Out, of course, the title song off of the solo album, and Parasite originally sung by Gene Simmons because Ace didn't want to sing in the band Kiss, but he did write Parasite. There's a great version of Parasite featuring John 5 out there you should definitely check out.
I know he played it one of the times we saw him. I think he even opened with it.
I think it's been in his set a couple of times that we've seen him and it's just such a cool song to watch him play too. His picking techniques are just odd, and I find it very interesting to watch him play. All right, Pat, I think we're at you, and you're in deep waters here, buddy.
I know, just
all
fish in the barrel. Shooting fish in the barrel here. Into the Void.
Into the Void, great choice. Should have been gone probably a couple songs ago. And I don't know why it's not letting me hit it. There we go.
Isn't that an instrumental or no?
I don't think so. I think you're thinking of Fractured Mirror.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's the title of a Sabbath song too, I think. So
we're really getting deep here now. We're getting close. And don't forget, as soon as top 3 is over, we got our good buddy Pat Donovan checking in. We're doing our top 3 Ace Frehley songs. You're putting in the chat room what you want to keep. We are taking away as we see fit. Big Eddie C, it is your choice.
Oh man. Okay. I gotta pick something because I don't know it and I know all the others. I'm in need of love.
Oh, Ed, I'm going to tell you right now, once you hear that song, you're going to regret that you did that. Just a great, great guitar song with some great vocals behind it. You should definitely check that out. It is off the solo album. I am going to go to Dynasty, Save All Your Love, coming off. Pat, we're back to you.
Give Me a Feeling.
Great song to lose. You're doing research over there. You got to be so that you don't get.
I have to be. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I don't get hit in the head with a stapler or something. I mean, never know what could happen.
Ed could do it from where he's at. Me, I'm just gonna giggle. All right, Big Eddie. See, we're getting close. We're getting real close here.
All right. I'm gonna have to throw out the last one I'm not familiar with. Dark Light.
Dark Light off of The Elder. Another great Ace Frehley song, hidden due to the lack of success of the album. We're getting nitty gritty here. Now I'm going to go to, I'm just going to go to nostalgia here. And for me, the one that hits least for me is, I hate to say it's a hard rocking song, but I did not get into the 3 Kiss albums. Why am I locked? Nobody wants me to get rid of Parasite. Parasite's a great song, but for me, I learned about Kiss on album 4. the fourth studio album, and Parasite's on one of the first three, so it was an after fact for me. Pat, here we go, dude. After this, we're gonna have our top three, and we're just gonna have to rate them here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nobody's gonna hate you unless you pick one of the top four, I think.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fantastic. Depends what list I'm looking at, I guess. So going by the list that I'm looking at, I'm going to try Cold Gin one more time.
Big Eddie C, are you going to block that again?
No, just because I think something from Kiss has to be represented. So
I agree, and I think we're real close here. Of these, Big Eddie C, what do you think is the one that has to go?
I'm gonna have to say Rip It Out.
Rip It Out's got to go.
I don't want to, but we got to pick something from Kiss.
I think this is the biggest of these songs left. It had great success. It still has success to this day.
Yeah.
I think this has to be number two simply because of what it represented for his career in Kiss. Getting shocked on tour in Lakeland, having to stop the show, going back, writing the song Shocked Me, the very first song he sang with the band. So shy, couldn't even stand up in the room and sing Shocked Me. He laid on his back so they couldn't see him from the sound room. And then the song that he broke loose on his solo career with, Rock Soldiers, after he left the band. That is our top three. And, you know, you can fight us. And Don Hill, you're right. Old guys rule. If you have a different top three than us, post it somewhere, tag us, let us know what you think they are. And when we come back, we got our good pal, Pat Donovan. So get ready. I get asked all the time, why Tequila 512? And it would be real easy for me to say it's the 100% blue agave, the locally sourced volcanic spring water, the triple distillation, the 24-hour charcoal filtration. Hell, we could talk about bourbon barrels, the oxygenation process, but at the end of the day, it just tastes damn good. Tequila 512, the official tequila of the VooDoo Chef.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they seek.
What's going on, Voodies? It's a macaron day from Shay Shay Sweets. You know, in my opinion, they're the best they are. I call this one the Hannah Montana. It's the best of both worlds. You've got a macaron from Shay Shay Sweets, and this one is the Tequila 512 macaron. The best of both worlds. Oh my God. Get you some.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to...
And now for a little VooDoo theater. This episode, portraying the role of Bill Workman, professional educator of an A school, will be Chef Umberto Del Campo. Please enjoy Biscuit Day.
Dude, is this real? Is it you? Biscuit!
The Southwest is one of the hottest places in the country, and not just because of the weather, but because of the flavor. And if you're looking flavor of the Southwest, grab yourself a little VooDoo Chef Red and make it all taste amazing. Big Eddie C, you know I run Biscuit Day just to watch your face, because every time you get a little smile when Workman, played by Umberto Del Campo, goes biscuits.
Oh my God.
Just
shit.
great memories of back at Chamberlain High School. Speaking of great memories, we had some great memories Saturday with our good buddy Pat Donovan, and Friday. He's here tonight, and we got to get him in here because he is up way past his bedtime. He's getting old. Pat Donovan, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I didn't know we were allowed to do this laying in bed like my boy over here.
Hey, Pat, can you take your phone and go like that and see what happens? See if it'll give you a different view there?
It's just not a great angle, but I'll do my best.
Oh, what are you talking about? You look amazing. You got your sportscaster earpiece in. You're all over it, dude. First of all, we appreciate you staying up late, hang with us tonight. I want to go right to the nitty gritty because I'm a goon, and I listen to you guys every chance I get. Our day usually starts before 6 o'clock, but on days that I'm still in the car or when going from one campus to another, I'm definitely listening to you and Aaron on the radio from. I know you start at 6. I think you end at 9.
Yeah, 6 to 9 every morning on WDAE 95.3 FM, 620 AM. You know, they like to talk about the FM because it's sexy, but everybody listens on the AM.
I listen on the AM, and I want to cut right to the game, man. Of course, we had Monday Night Football last night, 7 o'clock kickoff, and you are the pregame post-show analyst for the Bucs. Is that a true statement?
That is a true statement, yes, sir. For Buccaneer Radio, yeah.
Buccaneer Radio. So listening to you this morning, there was a lot of interesting talk, and I even called in to give my 2 cents. You guys were being all analytical and this and that. I got to tell you, I haven't seen a team that I felt play that physical and look like they were playing that physical in a long time. I think they just kicked our ass. No two ways about it.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Detroit was the better team last night. It wasn't close. And, the Buccaneers just didn't come to play on a lot of levels. That offensive line, I think, had maybe its worst game of the season. And Baker Mayfield absolutely had his worst game of the season, even when he was given time. And most of the night he was uncomfortable. But even when he was given time, he was way off the mark.
Yeah.
And I love that you said uncomfortable. You could visibly see the uncomfort. I watching him, I had flashbacks to when I played offensive guard in middle school and sucked. And my biggest block was a lookout block. I'd turn around and yell, "Look out." And then I'd help pick the quarterback up off the ground. It was truly sad. If you would get the joke, I'd make a joke about. I felt like we were watching the Jets play. That was for Pat.
Nope.
But
Thanks.
I don't think we played well on any level, like you said. And what's the word on Mike Evans?
Well, you know what? It's not as bad as it looked. It's not good by any means, but the initial reports were that it was going to be season ending. It's a broken clavicle, and it should be 6 to 8 weeks-ish. You'd imagine probably the long end of that, given Mike's age and the fact that they're going to want to be very cautious with him coming back late in the season. But it does sound like we're going to have a chance to get him back late in the season and allow him to be on the team for, whatever playoff push they're able to make. And I still think this is a team that's playoff bound. So getting him back late in the year, I'm trying to be super optimistic today, Eric. I was saying this morning, if you remember back to 2020, they were without Vita Vea for much of the year. And then he came back late in the season and was a catalyst for that defense and a big part of that Super Bowl championship. And I said this morning, maybe, just maybe, Mike Evans is the offensive version of Vita Vea this year.
Well, if you look at it like this, okay, he's an athlete. He ain't young. He ain't my age, but he's still an elite athlete. He's going to have access to top shelf medical care. Do they even do anything for a collarbone break? Do they just put you in some some kind of a janky ass sling and let it fuse back? Because I don't think they go in and cut you to make that heal. And if that's the case, bones, like a guy once told me, broken bones heal in 3 weeks. Ligaments take 3 months.
Yeah. I'm going to go shameless plug here. As a matter of fact, every Thursday on the Pat and Aaron show at 7:45, we have one of the great doctors from the Florida Orthopedic Institute on the show. And that's a question I'll certainly ask him. I'll use the term janky ass sling just to make sure that, I'm asking the correct question. But it's certainly an answer that I don't have as a guy who's not a doctor or very smart at all, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but I will make sure we find out on Thursday at 7:45 on the Pat and Aaron show with our friends from the Florida Orthopedic Institute.
Dude, that's funny.
Yep. Give credit for that next level, master's degree level vocabulary that I've been working on for decades now.
Ed is certified to teach every subject area, and that's what we get, janky ass slang.
I like it personally.
Pat, I'm trying to capture like as much as I can while you're here, but I do want to jump in and give you a question from Don Hill. What do you think of the UTEP survey the Kansas City Chief? I don't know what that means. We'll bring it up so you can read it.
That's a great question. I mean, if we're talking UTEP's college football team, I mean they're fine. I don't have a ton of I haven't watched a ton of UTEP this year, to be 100% honest with you. And then whatever we're asking about the Kansas City Chiefs, don't be shocked if they're back in the Super Bowl again, right? That's just who they are. They're gonna be fine regardless of how bumpy the road is. When you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, we can believe in that football team, period.
That's crazy thought. Andy Reid is just insane. And I would have put
great coach.
I would have put his name before Mahomes just because he's done it before with other players. And I think he is that good. Curious, who's your favorite coach of all time?
It's a really good question. Bruce Arians is high on the list because I was psyched when the Buccaneers got him, and then he brought them a Super Bowl. Mike Tomlin is on the list as well. He's a guy, if I'm flipping through the channels and I see Mike Tomlin, I stop and listen to him talk about football. But I think favorite of all time has got to be Parcells. I grew up a New York Giants fan, even though I'm full on Tampa, got a tattoo on my arm now. But I grew up a New York Giants fan, and Bill Parcells is just one of those guys that says it like it is, knew how to get through to players, knew, that he could leave tickets for Lawrence Taylor at his locker to New Orleans and tell him what trading you for Sam Mills because he can beat the tackle you're playing against this week, who happened to have his number. I don't remember who the tackle was, but Bill Parcells knew how to fuck with guys. Remember, he called Terry Glenn she that one time. I mean, but at the same time, his players loved him, right? So overall, I think Bill Parcells is probably my guy if you're talking favorite head coach of all time.
That's awesome. That's awesome stuff. What about quarterback? Now I'm just picking your brain to have fun.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite quarterback of all time. I love the run that we've been on here in Tampa Bay. I'll even include Ryan Fitzpatrick / Fitzmagic and
right.
Jameis Winston, even though it didn't work out well. I love Jameis. I love Jameis's family. Stop shaking your hand at me. The Winston family is very close to me, my friend.
I'll take the family. I was not a fan of him as a quarterback. I don't know him as a person.
Listen, he in the end, he was a bust. And I hate to say that as somebody who loves Jameis and is friendly with his family. But when you take a guy first overall, it's to be the franchise quarterback of your team for years and years to come. And he didn't get through.
That's a heavy burden on somebody.
Yeah, and he didn't get a second contract. So to me, if you go first overall at quarterback and you don't get a second a second contract, you qualify as a bust. So even though I love Jameis, he was a bust. But then we've had Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield. And listen, man, Baker, I love his play and the way he plays the game probably as much as any quarterback. So as a guy who grew up a Giants fan, loved Phil Simms, loved even Eli Manning. But I love what we're getting right now with Baker Mayfield right here in our own backyard. He makes every single game fun, except for last night. It wasn't very good.
Yeah,
It was
last night
so fun.
notwithstanding. Oh boy.
Big Eddie C, who would you have thrown at quarterback? And you too, Pat.
Well, for me, there was growing up quarterback favorite, and then there's modern day favorite. Modern day favorite for me is it's gonna be Brady because he brought us another Super Bowl. But growing up favorite, just because it was like watching him, you knew he was gonna get it done. Joe Montana. I watched enough Super Bowls where that fucker would just will a win out of whatever went down, whoever he was throwing it to, whether it was
You
Rice.
cook too, right? You cook too, right? It's not just Eric. You're a cook as well.
Oh yeah, I cook sometimes.
And you like the most vanilla fucking quarterback of all time. I know he was great, but the guy was more vanilla, than anything I've ever seen.
Pat, he's my number one too, brother.
Well, but now as far as vanilla, we're not talking about a personality, because if you're talking about somebody I would have rather gone out with, got drunk, and chased skirt, then I'm going with Namath and Ken Stabler. Shit, yo.
Who doesn't want to hang out with Namath, right?
Just throw John Daly in the mix, and that'd be like my, go-to. I could die happy after that night.
Pat, who's your number one quarterback? Just curious.
Probably growing up, I would say Steve Youngs. Dual threat, being able to run it, be able to throw it, Notre Dame, and all that kind of good stuff. And I was watching him. Just watching him a lot playing. By playing against Notre Dame and whatnot over the years. I know Boston College, but just watching him play over the years.
Boston College. Where are you getting that from? Do you not remember where he
when
went
they're playing? No, when they're playing, watching different games, watching them throw the fucking ball, fucking 25 yards of the line all the way down to the end zone, fucking launching Hail Marys.
Because if
beating all these other teams,
enough with the top three ace and Stevie get rid of Stevie Ray Vaughan, I was going to be like, well, tell me you forgot the fucking guy went to Brigham Young.
No, I know where he went. I got you.
All right, here you go, Pat. Tell me what this means and what they're asking.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Is there going to be an end to the Browns-Sanders saga?
There really isn't a saga. People want to make it more than it is. The kid is a backup quarterback, and at some point he might get his shot, but Dylan Gabriel is doing okay, what you expect from a mid-round rookie. It's only a saga if you're following the wrong people. If you're following the right people, it's really a non-story, to be honest with you. He's just a backup quarterback.
So you talk about following the wrong people. I want to come back to that, but I want to stay on Sanders for a minute. The Sanders that played for us, where did he end up?
You're talking about Shiloh?
Yeah. Is he on our practice squad, or is he somewhere else?
I don't think he is on a practice squad. I think he is somewhere with Kyle Trask, not in an NFL uniform today. And I said it when Shiloh got here. Everybody was in love with him because of the social media presence. He's a great kid. He's not a great football player. There's a reason why he went undrafted. There's a reason why he reached out to the Buccaneers instead of the Buccaneers, reaching out to him in his camp. He got a shot. He wasn't good enough. I don't imagine him getting another one.
Got it. You know what I like about you there, Mr. P. Donnie? And, of course, P. Donnie is what our good friend Chemo Gray calls you.
I didn't know that, to be honest with you.
he calls you P. Donnie all the time. We've talked about Jameis. We've talked about Sanders. We've talked about other players. And you separate your analyst from your personal. And that's a characteristic that you have to have. Of course, when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about them as a fan. From a fan standpoint, I'm paying a ticket. I don't know any of these people personally, so please don't be offended by my shallowness and and just having some cheeky fun here.
No, never.
But we talk about
That's the beauty. Let me stop you for a second. That's the beauty, Eric, of being a sports fan, is you can be a sports fan however you want, right? You get some schmucks who do what I do, who look down upon fans who maybe don't know as much as they do. Look, it's not their job. They've got other shit going on in their lives, and they can pay attention to sports when they can pay attention to sports. It's your job to know about sports, you loser. So yeah, maybe they don't know as much as you do. But to me, the beauty of being a fan is you can be a casual fan if you want to be. You can be a hardcore fan. There's listeners that we have on our show that no question know every bit as much as I do, and sometimes more about any individual sport, right? And there's also fans that tune in because they think we're funny and we're goofballs, and they don't know that much about sports. And we shouldn't alienate those people, because you can be whatever kind of sports fan you want to be.
And that's why I listen to your show. You're not pretentious, you're not judgmental, and you're real. The guy that I talked to last Friday night at Ocho Trece, Saturday at Pig Jig, here tonight and on the radio, same dude across the board. And that's the beauty of it. Unlike other folks out there. I want to talk about one last comment from your radio show today.
Sure.
You talked about the powers that be having an impact on the game, or the script writers, I think was the actual term.
Yeah.
And you know, you brought it up and kind of poked the bear and played along, but then you brought it home by saying, is this billion-dollar industry really going to jeopardize it? Because it would only take one loose slip to bring it all down. And I think that's the reality. You talked about the double call. Can you bring us back to light on what the double review? What was that all about?
I still have no idea how they were able to review it twice, why they reviewed it twice. I thought it was BS, and I thought it was bad. But what I didn't think it was some vast conspiracy, and that's what drives me crazy. I couldn't be a football fan or a sports fan if I thought the games were being, they were puppet masters behind the string, behind the thing, they're pulling all the strings, doing that deal.
Right.
Like I couldn't be a hardcore sports fan. I couldn't be in this business if I thought it was just make believe. Like, I love wrestling. As you know, Eric, I'm a big WWE guy, but also there's no confusion on what that is. It's entertainment. It's performance. It's performative art. It's not actual competition. And when fans start talking about games being rigged or games being guided in one direction or the other, I just think it's foolishness. The officials are bad a lot, okay? And I'll be honest with you, if I was down on the field, I'd probably be bad a lot too. That game is moving so much faster than anybody watching on TV ever realizes. It's a tough game to officiate. That said, they get some stuff egregiously wrong. Do they do it on purpose? I'll never for a second believe that that's the case.
I don't think they do it on purpose. And, when that double call happened and listening to you guys this morning, I almost want to feel that it was an attempt at clarity. They allowed the double call to try to bring clarity to everything that happened. And I think they might have been trying to do the right thing, but it just fucked it up even more. And like my good friend up there, Eddie C, says, sometimes the road to hell is paved with the best intentions. And I think, I don't know what I think, but I did disagree with you guys. I don't think Kate Otten had the first down based on the replay.
I'll be honest with you. I thought you could have called that either way. Aaron was certain it was a first down. I was not. But what I didn't like is 9 times out of 10, right, when you get a call on the field, they only reverse it unless it is so obvious. I'll go back to a couple of weeks ago. There was a Bucky Irving fumble, or it was called a fumble on the field. When they played the replay, his calf was so clearly on the ground, and we were watching it in the press box. And I looked at Chris Mathis, who works with us at WDAE, and I said, "That's very obviously not a fumble, because they called it a fumble on the field. I'm telling you, they're going to let that stand." I knew it wasn't a fumble. Everyone in the freaking building knew it wasn't a fumble, but because they called it a fumble on the field, I knew they were going to let it stand, because typically they let plays stand unless it's so blatantly obvious that they have to overturn it. So I thought it was bad that they overturned it, but I also didn't necessarily believe one way or the other, like that he certainly made the goal to yard the game.
And I gotta put this one up. We've got our buddy Clint Terrell. We call it sports entertainment for a reason, of course. Talking about WWE, he is on the production team with WWE. We're glad he's checking in tonight, listening. Pat,
really? Listen, just let everybody over there know if they're, I know Joe Tessitore is doing a fantastic job.
No, he's
and
not.
There's other. I like Tessitore, but if this guy's
boxing, hell yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, if this guy's on the production crew and he knows the right people, and they need another person calling, Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or whatever it might be, I'd love to get into that arena.
Take me with you, Pat, because I think I would love to 1-2 that with you. And
you'd be the perfect. So the play-by-play guy, the guy that's calling all the moves. He's always very straight-laced, and typically the guy next to him, he's the
commentator.
Yeah. But on wrestling, right? He's always kind of like a heel figure. He's always kind of like pulling for the bad guy. I think you'd kill it. I think you'd kill it at that.
Dude, and you could be the straight-laced, and I'm not a fan of Tessitore, whatever his name is. I don't know why. He just
I think he's doing a good job.
I don't think he does it for me. I don't know what it is.
Who's the other guy they brought? There's another guy they brought over from ESPN, another sports guy, and it just never worked. I think Tessitore's been doing pretty good.
Clint's wanting to know what we like about Michael Cole. I love Michael Cole. I love Michael Cole now. I did not like Michael Cole when he started. Maybe that's what Tessitore is. I'm a big Gordon Soley fan, if we got to be real, right? Let's go all the way back.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Florida Championship
Taking it
Wrestling.
old school.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I like? You know what I like about Michael Cole? Michael Cole is more jacked than Adam Cole. All right, and Adam Cole's actually a wrestler. So, listen, I don't know. Michael's been doing it most of my life, right? Like, he's the guy that I've heard call many of the,
probably
main
most
events.
of what it.
Exactly, yeah. For since I was a child, I mean, obviously not during the Hulk Hogan days. I was watching Gorilla Monsoon and Vince McMahon and all them back then. But since that era, Michael Cole's been the guy.
I love that we're going WWE. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
There's so many. I was always a big Stone Cold guy for sure. I'll tell you right now, I love Jacob Fatu. I can't get enough of the Samoan Werewolf. And then, actually, you know what? It's got to be pretty obvious. There's one guy who I think looked at the wrestling industry in a strange way, in the way that I look at sports talk radio. He was outside the box, and some people didn't like him because of that. And he didn't give a shit. He was going to do it his way anyways. And for sports talk radio, in some ways, Aaron and I are outside the box, and some people don't like us because of it. And I don't give a shit, and we're going to do it our way anyways. And he inspired me through his work in the ring as a performer enough that I got this. I don't know if you can see it, if I can get it in there. I'm not doing a great job. Let's move the camera. Geez, I'm just not doing well here. You can't see. I got the Bray Wyatt Firefly on my arm, pretty big.
Oh yes, Bray Wyatt was just really, really, really a mover and shaker, and the way he changed his character so often, so quickly, and impacted every time he changed. Every time he would have a change, he was impactful.
He's creative, he loved horror, and I loved horror, and I really just connected with who he was as a performer, Wyndham.
Did you ever get to meet him?
I did not. No.
I ran into him one time at the store, just be fanboying out, and he took the time, and that's huge. So
much of what I have on my arms is a style of tattoo called Trash Polka. Right. The first time I ever saw Trash Polka was on Bray Wyatt. He had it on I think his left arm. He had a skull, and he had the big red streak down and the style is called Trash Polka. I ended up asking my tattoo artist about it, and that's when we started doing all of mine. Well, come to find out, my tattoo artist, Skip Sampson, was actually the one who did Bray's tattoo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So you might have to turn me on to your artist because I'm about ready to jump back in.
Dude, Skip's his name is Skip Sampson. I preach about him all the time. He used to be out of Ybor City, but he's over in Plant City now at this really cool little place called Dixie Station Tattoo. And he's done all of my work, except for I do have this free raise tattoo they gave out a couple years ago. But there it is. There it is. Other than the little tiny free raise tattoo, Skip's done all of my stuff.
Why would you get a free tattoo, bro? I mean, you're Pat Donovan.
The Rays were doing it as a promotion.
Okay, the Rays did it.
Yeah, so like they gave away at two different tattoo parlors. They gave away, I think it was either 50 or 100 Rays tattoos at the end of the year a couple years ago. And so we were talking about it on the show that morning, and I was like, hey, right before it, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go check it out. I'll wait in line, but I won't wait in line long. But if it's not a long line, I'll go get a free Rays tattoo. And then the Rays called iHeart and said, hey, if Pat wants to go first, we'll put him first in line. So I was like, yes, please. I love getting tattooed, so that's why I took a free tattoo. I find it
very relaxing.
It's so weird. I used to think people were so weird when they would say they loved getting tattoos. I'd be like, you're an idiot. But I do. It's too much fun. I don't know what it is.
All right, let's check your wrestling trivia here. I've been looking for this for a minute. Name that wrestler.
That's not Stunning Steve Austin, is it?
Kind of looks like him. I can only tell you who I'm told that is.
I don't think it is. I'm not sure.
I'm told that's Ric Flair.
That's Flair?
No way. He didn't have scraps like that.
I'll send that to you private. Before the plane crash. And I wish I had my picture of Flair when I met him downtown. He lives down.
I've got a couple from him coming through the radio station and stuff. He's been super nice.
He was so super cool. He was being Ric Flair, walking down the street with a woman. And
he loves being Ric Flair. He loves being Ric Flair.
But I don't think he was excited about me this day because I'm like, my daughter goes, Poppy, there he is, because she knows I want to meet him. And I'm like, oh my God, Ric Flair. And you just saw a little body language change and I go, you got to let me, shoulders just drooped a little, but like, I'm just trying to enjoy my night. And I said, you got to let me get a photo. And he turned around and he was so cool about it. And then I was like, God, I'm such a dick, But I fangirled out, man. I fangirled out. I hope so because I think he's a stud. And in my opinion, I think he's the best there is. The way he makes other people look so amazingly good in the ring, no matter who it was. And I think that's what makes you a great wrestler, being able to make someone else look amazing. And
I was always never a fan of the slow fall down sell. It was a little much for me. It was like when The Rock, remember The Rock taking the stunner? The Rock taking the stunner was the funniest thing you'd ever seen. Like everybody else would be down when they took the stunner, but The Rock would like flip over 8 times and shit. Fall out. Like, he was so performative with the sell on the stunner. It was ridiculous.
I love the oversell videos. What's your favorite match of all time?
So I don't know that I have an individual match specifically, but I'm a Royal Rumble nerd. I went to the one in St. Pete. I actually went to the one. My wife and I went to the one in Boston when Brock Lesnar won years and years ago. So I there's something about the Rumble, 30 guys, the over the top thing, the surprise. Even though a lot of them are like dumb. Like it's somebody that's going to be in there for 3 seconds and isn't going to win.
But
like
you get excited when they come out.
Yeah, some of the surprises are fun. So I'm a big Royal Rumble guy.
I think my 2 favorite matches of all time. First would be Jimmy Snuka and Don Morocco from Madison when Jimmy came off the top rope. I'm sorry, off the top of the cage. I watched that on TV while it was happening. Like. I don't know what network it was, cable TV, and I was just excited to be watching wrestling. And then
that was before my time, I believe.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but you have YouTube, so you can still find it. But I got to watch it then. And
Hogan
then,
Warrior, it was from WrestleMania. It was definitely up there.
and my second favorite is Hell in the Cell when they threw Mick off.
Yeah.
I got a phone call. I was watching it with my brother was watching it where he was, and I was watching it here. And he calls me up and he goes, "Dude, I think he's fucking dead. I think he's fucking dead." I mean, like he called me right there. We got Don Hill saying the first time Dusty Rhodes won the NWA title. Huge Dusty fan. I had an autographed Dusty Rhodes hanging in my bedroom the entire time growing up. Just great fucking memories of professional wrestling, especially professional wrestling here in Florida. So
I used to see Dusty at Sam's Club, and I never wanted to bother him.
I would have bothered him every time.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Every time. And I love the fact that you can see the impact he's made on a lot of the wrestlers in WWE through the training center.
Yeah.
So when he passed away, they had a funeral service here in Tampa, and my buddy catered it. And he told me like 3 weeks later, I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you tell me? I would have come worked. You know? I mean, it was just he's probably the guy, the most influential, but I think Flair's the best wrestler.
Yeah, it is awesome how much history we have here in Tampa Bay. I didn't know when I moved here about how much wrestling history was here. Gerald Briscoe, of course, I know you guys will remember being, one of McMahon's like right-hand guys during the Attitude Era. Gerald is a big listener of WDAE and the show, so I've gotten to know him over the years, and it's been so weird because like I went to some event that he was at with like Roman Reigns was there, and a bunch of guys were there, and he was introducing me to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and he's like, "This is Pat Donovan. I listen to him on the radio," and I'm like, "No, dude, that's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Like you're doing this introduction wrong. Like right. He's the one. Like you know what I mean? Like it was weird." And then I saw him. I took my little brother to WrestleMania in Orlando, and he was up on stage as one of the people doing autographs and stuff. And there he is. And I got up on stage and like went to go around the back to give him a hug, and the security like jumped up and was ready to like almost tackle me. They're like, "You can't be up here." And he's like, "No, this is the guy I get my football advice from." Or my football information, whatever he said. But
this is a much younger me.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that was you.
Yeah, but I had the good fortune of cooking for him a few times. He came out to the school. We got to cook for him. You sat right in front of a gentleman by the name of Matt Logan on Saturday. Matt Logan is an amateur wrestler, and he and Gerald are very good friends.
Oh, no kidding.
They hang out quite often, and that's how I
didn't notice anybody but the shit-faced guy next to me,
Oh, he was hammered, dude.
Oh, my Lord.
Do you know how many people have come up to me?
My wife's like, why would they want someone like that judging? I'm like, I'm going to have to ask Eric and find out. He was fine. He was fine.
He was shit-faced.
He was shit-faced.
Every table has the same mix of people: a chef, a foodie, a pitmaster, and a community member.
I didn't know that. Which one did I fall under, foodie or community member?
You would have been our foodie. The guy on your left would have been the community member. But I will tell you, we have had.
Is that what we're looking for?
We have
the dregs of the community.
We've had some very unique judges and a lot of celebrity judges.
Yeah.
I had one celebrity judge fall asleep at the table.
Nice.
Just pass out, fall asleep. We've had a high school coach and a high school quarterback who thought that their shit didn't stink. And
I like it.
Once we got into round 2, they're like, "Yeah, we're done." And I'm like, "Thank God, get the fuck out." But that was back in the days when we had to take the people that they were recommending to us. Now, they kind of trust the system that I have, and we really do bring in top quality judges, but we monitor the scores. We monitor the, I guess, the way they act in the tent, and we change them up accordingly. So we've really only exited one person from the tent ever. But it was a real bad personal thing going on. not really a thing that happened in our tent. So
No, all right. I was gonna say, how do you show up to a thing where they're just shoving meat in your face for hours and act like an asshole? How does that happen?
I don't know, but why don't you
But I'm
share
glad it wasn't
what your
related.
experience was? Start with Friday night with Ocho Trece, where, again, another listener, the owner of Ocho Trece, and you're like, holy shit, I know you.
Oh, dude, that was so cool. So I came up and you and I were chatting, and I just, I wasn't really paying much attention to the bartender. I was just talking to you, and I look over, and right away I recognized Manny, and he's been a listener of ours for a long time, and it was so cool because he had come to, we had a regular season, a opening day broadcast out at Riveters. I don't know if you've ever been to Riveters down there on Dale Mabry. That's a good spot
one of our
too.
favorite places.
Yeah, I love Riveters. And so we had a live broadcast there on opening day, and Manny came out, and Manny was like, "Hey, I'm getting ready to open this restaurant, blah, 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 blah. I'd love you to check it out when I open it up." And I'm like, absolutely, Manny's been a big supporter of ours for a long time. So, of course, we want to support him as well. And then so when I showed up on Friday night and I look over and it's Manny, and I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, remember when I told you I was going to open a new restaurant? Like, this is it. And I was like, that is so cool. So Heidi and I, my wife, we kind of just intended to drop by, grab the tickets, and then maybe, get something on the way home probably. But as soon as we realized that was, Manny's place, we were like, we got to check this out. And we're glad we did, man. The food was so good.
Food was really good. And
yeah,
you should have stayed to the 9 to 10 o'clock hour, because that's when all the samples just started coming out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just great atmosphere, great food.
I was worried I ate too much as it was, given what I had coming up on Saturday,
Well, yeah, we told everybody not to eat, but, and tell me about Saturday. New plate of food almost every 10 minutes. We're delivering your beers, delivering your spirits, and then the quality of food. I'd love to hear your overall thoughts on that.
First of all, Carlos, our runner, was awesome. Carlos was very cool. Did a great job, as I noticed all the runners tend to look like they did. It was awesome. I've done a lot of judging, and I've never judged this much food at one event. And it was amazing. There wasn't anything I had that I would say I thought was bad. I didn't like the salmon dish that I got, but I don't like salmon. So it's kind of tough to judge on a dish that you just don't enjoy the protein at all. You know what I mean? So that one I'll throw to the side because I'm not a fair judge of salmon. Everything else I had was either at least pretty good to exceptionally good. And I'm so glad you pulled me aside and had me try that was a beef rib that they did pastrami style, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was insanity.
And we've already talked about that tonight, and I was going to get your opinion because in my mind, this was the best bite of the entire day.
It was right there for me. I also really liked the cinnamon roll the pork belly cinnamon rolls.
You did say that. But again, for me, the bite of the day was this right here. And just the way it came right off the bone was absolutely insane. I don't think.
Do you know who did that? Is that a place I can go and buy that? I will.
It is not something that you can go buy, and that's a lot of these competitors are not restaurateurs; they're companies, and they come out and they do this in support of raising money for NephCure to try and find a cure for the kidney disease. So, man, we're got so much going on tonight, but we have to get back on track, or else we're not going to get to trivia. So we're going to come right back, and we're going to ask you our final 5 questions, and then we'll start heading home.
Step right up, don't be shy. The chef's got questions you can't deny. Will you sink or will you soar behind that big red judgment door? No lifelines, no escape. Your fate sealed on his plate. Watch his spice, what you sin, what's the fire that burns within? The VooDoo chef decides your fate. 5 questions and it's checkmate. There's no wrong, there's no right. Just as verdict in the spotlight.
All right, brother. We ask all of our guests 5 questions. We're going to put you through the gamut here. And there is no right or wrong answer. They're all opinions. However, we have had to exit somebody based on their opinions because they were just dumb dicks. So we'll start right away here. What's your favorite sound?
You know what? The beginning of the open of our radio show. I love what I do so much, and the opportunity that we get to do, what we do every day. And when I hear that first, there's a thing that, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but there's a sound right at the beginning of the open of the show, and when I hear that, I know it's go time, and I'm just excited for the day. So that's probably my favorite sound.
I love that, dude. That's a great answer, and it just speaks to your appreciation for what you have, and that's awesome. What's your favorite cuss word, Pat Donovan?
I mean, you can't go wrong with fuck, I think, right?
Right.
I mean, there's
Many varieties.
There's so different. There's so many ways to do it. I've had one I've been sitting on for a long time, and I've been dying to use it, but I won't use it until the moment is right because I don't want to waste it. You guys Sopranos fans?
Yes. Yep, seen them all at least
All
twice.
right, so you know the episode where he goes over onto the other guy's boat and he grabs him by his balls?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he says to him?
Not offhand, no. I was probably laughing too hard.
The guy's wearing stupid pants, and he goes over and he grabs him right by his balls and he says, "You got a problem besides these fucking pants?" And I'm waiting until some asshole, the right asshole with the right pants, gives me the opportunity to hit him with you got a problem besides those fucking pants. I'm just waiting for the day.
Dude, I want to be there. Or maybe I don't. Or maybe I don't.
Yeah, there's never a bad time to insult somebody's clothes. I think my favorite there, strange choice, but was in Erin Brockovich when she's bitching at the lawyer and the woman says, "Oh, I think we got off on the wrong foot," and she says, "That's all you got, lady. 2 left feet and fucking ugly shoes."
All right, hold on. Let me go get my wife so she can catch me up on Erin fucking Brockovich, guys.
I went to the movies with that for that one. That's part of the whole thing. So I know I pretty much fucked up my man card there. But
it's all right.
That hasn't,
You drank too many of those heavies tonight. Of course, yeah. I'm talking about Florida Man.
Too many, I mean,
all right, Pat Donovan. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke Zero. For my blood sugar.
We'll take it as long as you don't say Pepsi.
Yeah.
How do you cook your steak?
Like temp wise or like full on process? No, medium rare.
We'll take it. All right. Here's the big one. What's your death row meal?
So I put a lot of thought into this, and there's so many things that I love and I think I want, but I'm going to go back to a day where this guy that I know and some kids from the Culinary Institute that he runs, they showed up at our radio station, and you made us, actually you guys both, because I know Pat, you help out a lot too, so I don't want to give all the credit to Eric here. That's fucked up. You guys made us a lobster Benedict. And I remember specifically, not only was it a lobster Benedict with a hollandaise sauce, it was a champagne hollandaise sauce. And I remember that specifically because it is without question one of the best fucking things I've ever eaten in my life. Dude, awesome. And it honestly might be my death row meal. Like it was that good. I told so many people, like if you come up in conversation, I go, "Oh shit, he made us like I just start drooling all about the lobster Benedict." It literally, so like that might be my death row meal, guys.
Hey, you know what's funny? When you popped in, one of the scrolls was playing for the stupid shit we do here, and the tequila Bloody Mary that I did on property
with the burger on top.
And
I saw that
smiled
photo
a little bit when it came through. I think that's one of my favorite things that I did for you guys, and I was in such pain that day.
Oh man, I remember that.
Yeah, but had to do it, man. Had to come down. I just love everything you guys do, and I'm excited. Are we allowed to talk about why you went to lunch last week? You went to Bascom?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You kidding me? Shit. Listen. Honestly, I've been mentioning it so much. I'm driving Aaron fucking crazy with it. Sometimes he's like, "Will you stop it?"
So you guys, for is it the first time, I believe, you were
Yes.
rated number 1 in your time slot in Tampa Bay, which is fucking huge. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. For the September book, we were number 1 in almost every men's demographic, basically every men's demographic except for the youngest demo. But what's all I think was equally cool is I don't know if we finished there, to be honest with you, because it's not as much of a focus for the station. They really focused on those men's numbers, men 25 to 54, men 35 to 64. Those are the demos they really want us to win. And by the way, we won. So it's pretty awesome. But the suggestion a lot of times to us is it's old white guys, and they're the only people who listen to sports talk radio. But again, I don't know if we finished there for sure, but at least at one point during the month, we were number 5 people, which is men and women. So we've got a lot more women listen to the show than you would expect for sports talk radio. A lot more young people listen to the show. So we've been really, really fortunate in this year.
I got to tell you, it doesn't matter when you guys are when I'm lucky enough to be a guest or when I call in. It doesn't matter. I am flooded with phone calls by everybody saying, "Oh my God, I heard you, I heard you, I heard you," and that's
awesome.
just so cool, and it's a testament to what you guys are doing. And I'm glad you finally hit that number 1 slot.
It's something that we're honored by. It's, to be 100% honest, it's never even been a focus of ours. There's so much competition in mornings that we just want to do a really good job, and hopefully the people that do listen love the show. But there's some people that are legends in that time slot and have been
Absolutely.
at the top for a long, long time. And we never really had eyes on it. So to get there, it's pretty awesome. And now we don't want to Buster Douglas the thing and give up the belt right away,
Yeah, but you said something. You guys do what you do because you love what you do, not for any other reason. And you do it to your own rules. And that's what I think made you number 1. And it kind of makes me feel bad, Pat, because now I got to kick your ass in trivia.
1, 2, 3, time to play VooDoo Games. Let's seize the day. Contestants ready, stand up tall, get ready to face the VooDoo Chef's call. Guitars raging, drums pound loud, in the stage show will make you proud. Guess the answer, show your might, bring the fire, shine so bright. VooDoo Games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo Games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you got. VooDoo Games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo Games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you've got.
All right, Pat, I was just kidding. I'm not going to beat your ass, although I want to. And just so you know, I am truly banking for a whole bunch of Aaron Brockovich questions myself. We got Clint checking in to join us for VooDoo Games tonight. Clint, what's going on tonight, my friend? How have you been?
Good. How have you been?
Been amazing. We are behind time, so we're going to jump right in. Pat, I'm not sure if you know, the rules are pretty simple. Pat will read a question out loud. If you know the answer, simply shout out your own name. If you get it right, you receive 1 point. If you get it wrong, no harm, no foul, but everybody will then get a turn to answer the question. The person with the most points at the end of the game will be declared the winner. And as always, tonight's winner will have their name entered into a drawing where they could be selected the winner of a prize that could be named at a later date. So good luck.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. So for tonight, pulled it out of the Ultimate Pub Trivia box. All right, got a little athletic feats. So I got all different sports, not football, not just baseball, a little bit of everything here. See where you guys go.
Yeah, I think you're a shoe in here, Pat Donovan.
You'd be surprised. I'm fucking terrible at trivia, to be honest with you.
I'm terrible at sports trivia, so
Some of these are softball, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so we'll start out with what I think is an easy one. Question number 1: what is Canada's official winter
VooDoo.
sport? VooDoo.
Now you did finish the question. Did you say women's sport?
Winter.
Hockey.
Okay, thank you. So wow, I thought that was a softball. Had me worry here for a second. All right.
I thought it was. I actually thought it was curling.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah, so,
I would just say curling.
I think they like hockey isn't their like number one sport officially. It's like lacrosse or some dumb shit like that.
If we said
something
women's
other than
sport,
hockey.
I was going to say lacrosse.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
But, well,
You're up.
according to the
You're
box,
up, man.
yeah.
Or field hockey, not lacrosse.
All right. Question number 2: how many teams are there in the MLB?
Ed,
Pat.
28.
No, Pat.
30.
30 teams. All right. Question number 3: name the 4 countries that have been champions of the Rugby World Cup.
Oh shit! I have no idea.
VooDoo. Australia and New Zealand.
Makes sense.
Europe.
I'll stop you right there for the sake of time.
Thank you.
Wasn't specific enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Europe a country?
I don't know.
I'm stopping right there. It wasn't quite specific. Ed.
North America.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So Southern Hemisphere. Got it.
Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Wales.
No, good guesses there. Pat or Clint?
Australia, New Zealand, England, and India. It's not it either, but
No. All right, Clint, take a stab. Did you say pass?
India does have a badass team, though, bro.
All right, so
Rugby,
correct answer was New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and England. You were so close there, Pat.
I was gonna say I got 3. I never would have guessed South Africa though, so fuck it.
All right, question number 4. Got a quote here. Who said, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will"?
That's so true, by the way. I have no idea who said that, but it's
I'll give everybody a hint since nobody guessed yet. This person is associated or was associated with the NFL.
VooDoo.
VooDoo and then Ed.
I'm going to go with Don Shula.
Nope. Ed.
Vince Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi.
If it wasn't Lombardi, I would have said John Wooden. If you hadn't said football, I was thinking maybe John Wooden.
I couldn't remember his name.
I was trying to give you guys a little bit of a hint, that's all. That was a tough one. All right. Question number 5 here. In what decade was the National Rifle Association founded in the United States?
VooDoo.
VooDoo.
Tens.
No.
Pat.
54.
1970s. The 70s.
Nope. Clint, you said 54. That's a note. Ed, take a stab.
Free guess, Ed.
The 1930.
No. So correct answer is actually 1870s. 1871 to be exact. Believe it or not.
I didn't even know they had rifles yet.
I stopped and read it 3 times to make sure I was on the right line. Make sure I had the right answer there. All right. No harm, no foul. Question number 6. Which NFL team beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the longest game ever?
VooDoo. Chargers.
Nope. Longest game ever.
Pat. Chargers.
Nope. Ed, did I hear your name?
Yeah. Raiders.
Nope. Clint, got a stab?
I got to drop out. I can't hear.
No. That would be no then. All right. Correct answer is Miami. No, Miami Dolphins, 1971. Christmas time. 1971 Miami Dolphins.
You got a score update?
Sure. I can score update here. We're all tied up at 1. Going into question 7, all tied up at 1. Yeah, you guys doing amazing here. All right, number 7. What college did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar attend?
Pat.
Ed.
Pat.
UCLA.
UCLA. All right, Pat's pulling away here, or has a 1-point lead, I should say. Question number 8. Who has the single season record for the most home runs?
Pat, Barry Bonds.
Pat Barry Bonds is correct.
Asterisk.
I actually got a funny story about that.
We got about a minute and a half. Go.
A buddy of mine and I went to a Mets Giants doubleheader, and we brought two signs, one with a 73 and one with an asterisk. And somebody might have been so buzzed up that they forgot the signs in the car, and somebody might have been me.
That's funny. How do you feel about the asterisk and the steroid issue first?
It's complicated. I think those guys probably should be in the Hall of Fame, but I also think an asterisk is probably warranted as well.
So how do you feel about the fact that we used to have 12 games and now we have whatever we have in the NFL? Should there be asterisks on that as well?
Well, I think people recognize. I mean, it's been a long time since there's been 12 games, and I think people recognize the difference. So I think it's a little different.
Got it. All right, Pat, last couple questions. Can we make it?
We'll try to here. So question number 9. What is the most popular sport in India?
VooDoo.
VooDoo, and then Ed.
Cricket.
All right. Question number 10. How many teams are there in the NHL?
VooDoo. 22.
Nope.
Ed. 28.
Nope. Pat, you got a guess?
God, I feel stupid. I think it's 30, isn't it? Or is it 32?
Not anymore.
Now
It's 30.
31, isn't it?
It's 32 now.
32. All right,
It's 32 now. Yep.
Fucking
Just went up
happy
recently.
for you, you know?
Look at that. Pat Donovan taking the lead. Winning tonight's trivia. And for winning tonight, Pat, you'll have your name entered into a drawing where you could be selected the winner of a prize that might be named at a later date. But the biggest prize for all you VooDoos out there, November 1st, Pat Donovan's going to be hanging with us at the VooDoo Chef Golf Tournament, not your granddaddy's golf tournament, and he is going to be heading up the heckle hole. And Pat, I got some surprises for you.
For me.
I may or may not bring you some toys that you can play with that day to help fuck with people. Please don't be offended by anything he calls you or tells you that day, but make sure you do sign up and register to get your team. Pat Donovan, I love the fact that you come hang out with us, even though it's way past your bedtime. I hope we get to do it again real soon, buddy.
You got it, brother. Anytime.
Hey, peace and love, everybody. We'll see you next week with Jeff Philbin, our guest.